John, thank you. Meanwhile, in Washington, the Democrats are pushing through President Biden's plan to reshape the entire social structure of the country by taxing and spending trillions of dollars. The proposed changes are so profound, analysts say, even if a small portion of the plan is enacted, it will have a transformative impact on everyday American life. Let's bring in Larry Kudlow, who's been talking about those changes that are coming for quite some time. What do you know, Larry?
Well, I got some news from my various moles up on the Hill. So the House Budget Committee met Saturday, and they took all the bills from the committees, you know, the Energy Committee, the Healthcare Committees, and so forth, the Finance Committee, and put them all together. So there's a number, 4.3 trillion, that's circulating. Whether that has gimmicks or not, I don't know. These are things that are scored over 10 years. 4.3 trillion. This is just gossip. The chances of getting reconciliation bill done this week are probably zero. Okay. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say zero. There's always some probability.
Always a chance, yeah.
The Yankees took 3 from Boston over the weekend. Who would have thunk it? They now have to go and negotiate with the Senate side, and I've been told that the negotiations are going to be principally Pelosi and Schumer and McConnell and Joe Manchin. That's what I'm told. I don't know if Senator Sinema is going to be involved. I don't know if Senator Sanders is going to be involved. Nobody could give me a straight answer on that. He is the head of the Senate Budget Committee. The point is, they can't bring a bill to the House floor for reconciliation because there isn't going to be a bill. I mean, unless it's absolutely magic, all right, immaculate conception, all of a sudden, boom, there's a bill. They have so much to go through. Yeah. And just think at this point, 4.3 trillion is the new spending number, okay? The Joint Tax Committee priced out all the tax hikes at 2 trillion. So President Biden says there's no cost. We have it covered. He's not even close. Now, I know you had an era of your life in finance and economics and commodities, so you can check my arithmetic.
Not matching up.
4.3 is higher than 2.0. And I also want to add, the problem is the spending problem, not a tax problem. Latest data just came out. Federal tax revenues as a share of the economy, as a share of GDP, are now hitting 19.3%. That is virtually the highest since 1960. So that is 60. So revenues are flowing in at current tax rates. That includes corporate tax cuts from the Trump era at a record pace. So I'd say we have a spending problem and another 4.3
because our tax revenue is historically high.
It's booming.
Booming.
It's booming. And again, as we've discussed in the past, the top 1% pay 40% of the income taxes. They only earn 21% of the income, so they're doubling it. I would say that's paying their fair share. The top 10% pay 70% of the income taxes, and they only earn 50. So I'd say they're paying more than their fair share. Now, whether President Biden owes the IRS another $500,000, I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to the accountants. I'm just saying we are awash in revenues. We do not need more.
So we're talking about spending more, and we're talking about taxing more.
They won't even know what to do with it. Even these crazy, you know, big government socialist programs, they're not even going to be able to spend this money.
Wow.
And that's, pardon me, I'm sorry, I forgot the infrastructure bill. That's another trillion in spending with a deficit of $250 billion.
You're talking about so much spending, you're running us straight out of time in the show, Larry Kudlow.
I know, you just go on. It's an endless process. All I can say is save America, kill the bill. I mean, this should be done open. These hearings, these markups in the back rooms, right, in the cloakrooms.
You want more of Larry Kudlow, 4 o'clock's Fox Business Network.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.